Yes, guys, welcome to Chasing Green Arrows. We are back and we are live. It's Monday, and on today's show, we're going to be talking about all the main topics of FPL. Like, stay with us if you're watching on Catch Up, and we're going to be addressing all the big talking points. But by doing that, and our hook here is rating your teams. Dean, I'm very excited for today's show. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Yeah. We're a bit closer now, aren't we? So we can take this a bit more seriously. Like that first draft or two really doesn't matter. We're just having fun with the new app and the new prices. But I think this is the stage now, we're into August, that we're all starting to decide who we're going to lock in. And I think most of us probably have 7 or 8 that we definitely want and then tinker around with the remainders. So yeah, it'd be interesting to get through these drafts today and see how different they are, to be honest. That's one thing that I'm intrigued by. Is there any differentiation around here, or is everyone sticking to the same strategy this season? I've seen a few people start to suggest that they're going to go either big on defense or like really low on defense. There doesn't seem to be much in between. So it'll be interesting to see if this kind of reflects that.
Mate, the more and more I draft, I am gravitating towards chasing some DEFCON points. I do think I'm sleeping on that a little bit. I'm not adapting to the new rules quick enough. And I'd wonder if that will be a common theme. Like we still have in our head with defenders, if they get a goal or an assist. But a much more common action for them is going to be to pick up 2-pointers through defensive contributions. Like if our 5.5 midfielder or our 4.5 defender gets an assist, we're flying. We're like, 3 points, amazing. My budget player. Those budget players can pick up 2 points like every other game. Like Elliot Anderson will pick them up 60% of his games. Joachim Anderson or whoever, Senesi, 4.5 million defenders, they'll be picking up in 30-40% of their games. Like they are good 2-pointers and we can't ignore them.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously still signings being made that are going to like affect how we pick players and teams as well. And not just the new signings themselves, but how they affect people around them. That's what I've started to think about. We've got a video coming out this week that we're going to record today about, I'm focusing on Man United and Tottenham assets, who I think being undervalued right now. So there's things like that to consider as well as we get through the week, but that'll be for another day. We're going to start rattling through these, mate. I think we've got quite a few teams already in the bag to start getting through.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, we got to get through him. Cam Star, best duo in fantasy football. Hope you're both well. Cam has sent in his team, and Jay in the chat, Offcore, one of our channel mods, he actually came up with that idea you just mentioned, Dean. He messaged me the other day saying on Chasing Green Arrows, Dean should do something on new signings. So next week, one of our pre-recorded videos, we will focus on what signings could still come into FPL, which might change your draft or even maybe leave a space. So I'm like, do I need a 6.5 million forward just because if Nicholas Jackson does get a move, he's 6.5 million. Imagine him starting for Villa at 6.5 million. Like we'll talk about all those
exactly.
issues,
Yeah.
Later next week. We'll do it in our final week. But do hit that subscribe button right now with the notification bell, so you know when we're live. You also know when our pre-recorded content is out. So we're doing like daily videos this week, for example. But yeah, you're right, Dean. Let's crack on. Where do we get to first? Cam did send in a super chat, so I feel like Cam's has got to come in early. Yeah,
it is.
Our producer was thinking along the same lines. He's dropped it straight in. So Cam, he's a Man United fan, and straight away this jumps out to me. Is double Man United too many? Maybe, but they looked good last night, didn't they?
They're looking fine. They're actually looking fine. And as I said there, like I think people are sleeping on United a little bit. Cunha, I don't know if that's the pick. I can't yet say that I've seen enough to say that Cunha is the guy. But I do think that Man United fans might have a better season in terms of being able to pick their own team's assets, which obviously last season was something to avoid most of the time, unless it was someone who suddenly hit a little bit of form. But Dorgu is going to become more and more popular. Cunha, I think, people want him because he's like been a big transfer, but I don't know yet about whether he's the guy for the midfield. You know, Bruno might still be ahead of him.
Bruno's still the pick for me. Watching it last night. Right? Dorgu didn't start though, Dean. Last night.
Don't read anything into that, mate. They're just rotating. He's a star.
He's definitely nailed for starters. He has to be, right? He looked great in the game before that.
Absolutely, yeah. So on initial impressions, I think I'm around a 7 on this.
I'm probably a 7 too. It's thin at the back, which I quite like. He's gone Tarkowski and then a load of enable at 4.5 and above. And I do think there's great 4.5 options. De Kuiper, interestingly enough, guys, in possession for Brighton, they had a back three in possession building up this weekend in with the ball. De Kuiper was part of that back three. The width was from Minter and Matoma. I was really surprised De Kuiper wasn't high and advanced. It was, I think he played Weefer right back and Weefer inverted. That turned off De Kuiper straight away. I'm sure at times he will be really, but early indications suggest he isn't. Yeah, it's a huge midfield. It's stacked. There's obviously no Haaland, but there is Salah, Palmer, Wirtz. Gyökeres is interesting. And João Pedro. Cam's not that fussed about 90 minutes early on, is he? Because Gyökeres and João Pedro aren't going to be 90-minute men game week 1, but maybe that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, Cam did say he's picking Cunha because he's played more pre-season minutes than Mbuma, who he actually does like as well. That's a good point. I mean, obviously at the moment, I'm not sure where his team's gone, but at the moment, we're picking our teams judged on, yes, what we anticipate, but also what we are seeing. And that's a fair enough assessment. Like right now, like Cunha is in that team, obviously, looks very happy. But yeah, I think, I know it doesn't necessarily matter, but like Sambi, Sambo, Thiago, like, I don't know, that there might be better options around those players. Like, I like the fact he's gone different. Like, I don't want everyone sending in their teams with the same players at those price points. So like, I'm not criticizing Cam for that, but obviously these are the picks that will justify a few weeks in whether that was right or wrong, because you're going to potentially need them.
Yeah, I'm with you there. If you can find 5 million, you can get much better than Sambi. You could do a Xhaka, for example, who's going to pick up loads of DEFCON points. 4 million, I prefer Esteve. Thiago, though, at 6 million, I do think could be quite good for Brentford because he's just an enabler that will often be on your bench. But he's going to lead the line. He's the club record signing. He's going to be their main man this season and could be on penalties. So yeah, I'm going to give a 7. What was your number, Dean?
7, yeah.
7 as well. So yeah, and I think the chat, there's a lot of 7s in there. Guys, get voting. There's loads asking where they can send in their team. Unfortunately, guys, videos like this have to be prepared. We ask for teams ahead. So follow us on Twitter. Our members only have been given priority for this one. So most of these teams have come from the members in the WhatsApp group. Let's move forward, shall we? 7 for Cam. I reckon we're going to find I've had a little sneaky peek. I think we're going to see a 9 today. We're going to see a 9, so stay tuned for that.
Geddy, there is truth in Donnarumma links. Whether it can happen or not is a different matter. Look, he's in talks this week with PSG over what happens. There's a chance he stays for 1 more year. There's also a possibility that Man United try a loan late on in the window, or they just wait for him. Like, now that they know that he's available in the next year, Man United are like, well, let's just wait for that. Yeah. So, yeah, there's potential in it.
And is it, if he does leave PSG, do you see United as the favourites to land him if he does leave this year, loan or permanent, or Chelsea got a chance, or does he go to Inter Milan? Like, where's your? Apparently,
I'm told that he likes it. Like he's been at AC Milan, he's been at PSG, and Man United like fits with that profile of clubs that are like all on similar sort of level and status. Yeah. And United wants someone that can handle pressure now. He's tried and tested, Italian, winner. So yeah, there's definitely something in that, but we're a long way from it actually happening.
Okay, let's see team 2. Oh, stop what we're doing. Sigurd is back in the house. Sigurd Staples, welcome back to Chasing Green Arrows, mate. We've missed you. He's now in FPL mode. Welcome back, mate. We've missed you. There we go. We've got done Cam's team. We'll move forward. And hello to all our regulars as well. Like, Sigurd is been with us early on. We're always keen to see him. This is Rowena's team. Straight away, I was like, oh, how come it looks slightly different? I reckon this is taken on mobile, because we've asked for everyone to take on mobile in the app. But her team looks different. I reckon she's on Safari or Chrome on mobile, not in the app, but on the...
That's quite nice.
It looks really good, doesn't it? Like slightly bigger icon. Yeah, I like it. So look, here's Rowena's team. She's a Spurs fan. And straight away, triple Spurs. I don't mind that, though. I think they're all good Spurs picks. And let's talk a little bit about Spurs. Dean, do you have any steer on Dom Solanke, who isn't in Rowena's team, but he hasn't featured yet? Is Frank going to tell us? Is he likely to be back soon? I think it's just a tweak, an ankle tweak or something. And what do you reckon of these other Spurs assets? Because Pap Sarr's been playing as like a box-to-box 8, if not at times occupying 10 positions. And he's 5 million. He'll do quite well.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with Tottenham, you've got to bear in mind between now and the start of the season, Tottenham will make at least one significant signing as either a creative / attacking midfielder after not landing Gibbs White. They also want a wide player, and they might even sign another centre forward. So, like, I know Tottenham have been really slow in this window, apart from those 2 days when it looked like they got Kudus and Gibbs White. But they are getting busy now, especially after Maddison going down and Sol announcing that he's leaving. So is Sarr a good pick? I don't know. Is Solanke going to be available? Probably, I'm told. Probably will be available. But even so, like, they might go and like look at Jack Grealish, for example. Like, that's somebody they've had their eye on, and like they're possibly, if they could sort out something, they've been linked with Rafa Leao. Don't think that will happen, but like these are the sorts of things that are now having to be considered at Tottenham as to what's a good market opportunity. Basically, I mean, they managed to do pretty well on Kudus. They obviously did well to find out about the clause on Gibbs White. I know they didn't get him, but it seemed like they come up with a smart move. And I think they will still have something significant up their sleeve. So bear that in mind with Tottenham. Like, they're going to have some good assets. I don't think we fully know who they are yet. I'll be honest, and I'm going to do this in the video in the week. João Palhinha is going to be one of the best ones. And
absolutely,
he's not in the game yet. So we're waiting to find that out. And that's going to, for me, impact my team for sure. Because Palhinha changes everything. And that not just as an asset himself, but it's someone like Van der Ven, because Tottenham straight away are better protected. Palhinha is one of the best. One of the things that surprises me, sorry, Rowena, we will rate this team in a second, but with Palhinha is people are like, well, you know, Bayern Munich didn't do very well. We got injured. Forget it, right? Yeah. Forget it. He will improve Tottenham tenfold. He's so good. Emmanuel, will Palhinha even play? Mate, he is one of the best.
Loads of people have asked me this. He's
one of the best defensive midfielders in the world. I'm not even exaggerating.
Yeah.
This guy should have been signed by Liverpool 2 years ago.
He's as close to Rodri in the Premier League. Rodri and him a similar profile. Like, he's not far behind. Like, Rodri's clearly the standout. He's Ballon d'Or winner. But Palhinha can do a Rodri type job that very few can.
Yeah. Anyway, this team, I really like it.
Yeah, I do. I like her distribution of funds as well. Like, she's still got the premium defenders. She's somehow managed to get Salah and Haaland, and it doesn't look too weak around the edges. Salah and Haaland drafts usually look weak around the edges. Now, sure, she's got cheap goalkeepers, but they rotate well, those two, Kelleher and Verbruggen. She's got the 4 million spot well covered in Ronaldo. The Spurs coverage, as a Spurs fan, I don't like Muniz as a shout unless he gets a move, because he's not going to be a 90-minute man and he won't start a huge amount. So I'd swap Muniz for the Sunderland 5.5. I can't remember his name. I forgot. Mayenda, because he is first choice. But other than that, I like the additions there. Maybe I'd swap Caicedo for an Elliot Anderson, but really good team. Guys, give it a mark. I'm gonna call this an 8.5 because Salah and Haaland combo that still looks good, and I think Spurs will start fast. Paulina's addition, as soon as I saw that, Spurs defender in my team. Yeah, because they're going to keep way more clean sheets because of Palhinha. Yeah. So maybe even Palhinha, by the way, he's not in the game. If he comes in at 5.5 or 5 million, he could be better than Elliot. We'll talk about Palhinha in a video in the week, but yeah.
He depends on the price point. I'm going to go 8.
A lot of 8s.
Yeah, I think 8 is where I sit with this one, but really good team, that Rowena. I like it a lot. And the front three, I know it doesn't look, people like Muniz and Mark Gu, like, no.
It's bench fodder, though. They'll be on the bench both of them most of the time.
No, they won't. I don't think they will.
Like, I mean, they know for Rowena they will be.
Oh, for Rowena, yeah. Sorry, I'm going to say, within the game, they will play. So it's like you've got good options there to actually come into the team. So that's what I like about it, yeah.
Yeah, the problem for Gui is he's going to take him a couple of weeks to probably earn that spot. So if you want to start him in game week 1, that you might be clutching. But let's see. He's better than what they've got. Like, Chelsea haven't loaned him out to Sunderland to sit on the bench. Like, he would have had some assurances, you'd have thought. Let's see. All right. Yeah. Get on with it. We've managed to do 2 in 20 minutes. We got 7 to do. Whoops, my fault. Let's carry on. Let's carry on. We have got 9. We are going to get through all 9, guys. So stay with us. We'll be quick on this. The first time we've seen a Forest defender in Nico Williams here. This is Freddy's team. Freddy's in my WhatsApp group, and he's a Southampton fan. I like this team straight away. Like he's done. You can tell Freddy watches quite a lot of content because he's got like Anderson, who's like a bit of a DEFCON magnet. Sanchez, who's the content creator's pick. Watkins, who's getting a lot of love, and rightly so. Because if Watkins doesn't leave Villa and he's settled, I think we all want him in our teams. The fear was with Watkins, Dean, was like, oh, is he going to be unsettled and could he be off to United? That move chat seems to have died down in the last week or so. Do you think he's likely to stay at Villa?
I think that whoever out of Man United and Newcastle doesn't get Sesko goes for Watkins still.
Okay.
That's the problem. I don't necessarily know if that means they get him, but I don't think that the uncertainty has ended yet. I still think that one of those clubs still needs a striker.
Would Visser fill that gap for Newcastle if they missed
He might do, yeah. Visser might do. But
he wouldn't fill it for United, will he?
Equally, if Visser's price is similar to what Ollie Watkins ends up being gettable at, they're going to go for Ollie Watkins.
Yeah.
And
then it's Jackson to Villa.
And then you've got the case like, is Watkins unsettled? Is he happy? All the rest of it. So a tough one to call. I mean, I still think that Watkins is a good placeholder to have because you've got a 9 million forward there, and obviously you can flip that onto somebody else like Gyökeres or whatever. So even if it doesn't end up being Watkins, I think that's fine. Anderson should be a good pick. I don't really know why Nottingham Forest keep getting linked with players that would potentially take his place, though. Like Douglas Luiz has been pursued by Forest or has been offered to them, and they've shown some interest in it. And I'm not sure why. So that would be something to look out for potentially. I like the defence. I actually like the goalkeepers too. I think
mate, this structure's bang on for me. This is as similar to my team as I've seen in terms of structure.
Obviously, like Sanchez, I don't think is a great goalkeeper, but as we stand, like he's going to be starting for Chelsea at the start of the season, and they've got a good run of fixtures, and did all right recently. So whether they can replace him by the start of the season looks unlikely. Still wouldn't rule out them doing it by the end of the transfer window, but we'll wait to see. And Obi, you're probably going to lose money on.
Yeah, if Freddie did say it was going to be Gooey as soon as he changes to Sunderland, he can't put him in because he's already got 3 Chelsea.
Oh, okay, fair.
So that's quite cool. Do you know what? Because of the structure, and it's as close as I think we'll see to my team, I'm going to give this one a 9. And look, I'd give my own team a 9. Like no one gets a 9 above 9, like including myself. I like this team very much. What I don't like about it is, or I'm unsure about, I don't want to say it because he's in everyone's team, is Virgil van Dijk, is the community darling. And I get it. He's a good 6 million pick. But I think Liverpool concede possibly in the first 3 games. I don't know if you need a Liverpool defender to start the season. Maybe clean sheet versus Bournemouth. But then it's Newcastle and Arsenal. And I just think the 5.5 crowd of like a Munoz or even some of the other attacking sixes, everyone's like, Virgil's the only one that will get DEFCON points from all the 6 million guys because the likes of Gabriel and Saliba and Cucurella, they don't pick up DEFCON points. Virgil picks them up in about 30% of his games versus the others that are like 10, 20% of games. That's still only 1 in 3 games. You get an additional 2 points. I don't think that's enough. I prefer Munoz in that spot. But other than that, I love it.
Okay, cool. Most people giving this like 8 out of 10, maybe 7.5. There's a couple of really low ones from people. I'm not sure why they've done that. But yeah, I think generally the feeling is this is an 8 out of 10 team. And I tend to agree. I think maybe even for me an 8.5. I think we've gradually actually got a little better with each slide here. I just think the picks are a bit more nailed on, and knowing that Obi, who I thought was the weak link here, isn't actually going to be him, makes it even better.
My structure is pretty much identical to this at the moment. I don't have Rodgers. I would have Rodgers as Xhaka, save the 2 million, and then Obi becomes Strand Larson. That's where my 2 million goes.
Yep.
And I don't have João Pedro, I have a Solanke or whatever. But it's pretty much the same as my team, Freddie. I like this very much. All right, let's move on. Guys, thank you for, as Off Course says, keep the likes coming. And look, do hit that subscribe button. We are very conscious, guys. When we do Chasing Green Arrow streams, we don't do them for ad revenue, or we don't even do them for subscribes. If you look at our view count, we know that it's not necessarily there, but we do it to engage with you lot. So we are still going to continue to be here streaming as well as doing the pre-recorded content. But most of your favorite YouTubers, maybe even myself included in that, they're not doing streams right now. They're doing clickbait, 20-minute watches we're still here twice a week doing streams because we want to engage with you. So show us some love if you want to.
Talk about us like we're a charity, mate. Lovely stuff. No, thank you everybody for watching. We do really appreciate you all coming
If
back.
someone else asks how they can submit their team.
Well, if we've got time, you can try and we'll sneak a couple in at the end. But obviously, we've got all these ones first because we've actually got their teams to show on screen, and you can't suddenly just start collecting more. But we might be able to run a few across the bottom if we've got time. But we've got 25 minutes left to get through the ones that we've got first. So let's crack on. We've got Jamie's team up next. I know that he rates his team pretty highly. I'm interested in yours. I've kind of seen this already.
I'm not a fan. Like,
you don't like it?
Ramsey and
I like it. It's different. It's different.
It's definitely different. Ramsey and Miley, like 2 4.5. Ramsey is the most popular 4.5 pick in the game. If you can find 500,000, you get to players like Xhaka, I think are going to be really good. Paulinho could come in at 5 or 5.5, gets you an Elliott or Anderson or a Caicedo. Like, I think you need to find a bit of money for those two spots. Wan-Bissaka, I prefer Diouf, or even Kilman for DEFCON. Wan-Bissaka is the highest owned defender in the game, though, which blows my mind a bit. Petrovic in goal,
weird, isn't it?
Yeah, really weird. He had some attacking returns at the end of last season, but yeah, this is obviously a Salah Haaland draft. But unlike Rowena had a Salah and Haaland draft where I went, oh, it doesn't look too weak round the edges because you've got Salah and Haaland. This one is a prime example of looks weak round the edges because you've got Salah and Haaland.
But maybe, yeah, but from a starting 11 perspective, so if you did take out like what the points potential is for game week 1, then I guess it does change a little bit. If he's like just willing to have fodder to not use, I know you could say this for everybody, but Ndiaye's a good pick. I like the front three. And Wan-Bissaka, I know, like, is it like he's going to be so advanced in this system that people think he's going to get extra points? I mean, the problem with West Ham is they're going to concede goals. Like they're desperately searching for a goalkeeper right now. You know, the people at the very top are like, we can't just have area. We can't go with what we've got. There's too many errors here. There's not enough confidence in the goalkeepers that they've got. So they're going to try to sign somebody else. And that's where Wan-Bissaka falls down a bit for me. I do think he'll be quite good going forward, but I don't think he'll be that good. I mean, you're literally relying on Wan-Bissaka to Fulkrug here as your kind of thing. And look, Fulkrug does look better in pre-seasons, and he's in no one's pre-season. He's in no one's fantasy team. But Fulkrug, I'm told, is like really liked by Graham Potter, and he's going to get a lot of game time.
He's linking well with Bowen, to be fair. The two of them look all right together. But for me, Diouf is providing a brilliant cross from the left. Like those 2 goals yesterday were brilliant. Yeah. I'd go him over Wan-Bissaka. But yeah, I mean, the defense is all right. Midfield's fine if you take away the 2 enablers. And I do like the Mateta pick. I must say that. Like, I think Mateta's being slept on a little bit. I think he's a really good pick. But I don't like the structure in general. And I think, yeah, dead spots are fine for the bench, but you kind of need at least one good bench option, I think, this season. And to stop you making transfers so you can roll them, you need probably 2 bench options. And this doesn't necessarily have 2 good bench options. So even in goal, it's so light. This is the problem with Haaland and Salah drafts. You have too many compromises.
Yeah.
Unless you're Rowena, who's done really well with it. But I'm going to give this a 4.
A 4? That's really harsh. Yeah. 6 for me.
6 from Offcore.
Early
wild card. Geddy says screams early wild card.
Oh, we got loads of chips to use. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter anymore. We'll see.
Oh, a 2, a 5, a 5, a 6, a 4 from Sammy. Yeah, look, we got to be honest with this stuff. Like Jamie, you know, hopefully you'll come back a better manager. I'm joking. No, look, it's fine. And look, it's all subjective. It's completely subjective.
This is what's great about it, right? We're all like saying, that's no good. And like, we actually don't know. It might be great.
Right.
Let's crack on.
Why aren't players picking Dorgu? He is a bit of a darling at the minute.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
I must admit, I've considered him. Declan Rice makes features. So straight away, where the premiums, the Salah, Palmer, double up. Isak's a weird one from Callum. I guess this is assuming he goes to Liverpool, but even if he does he? He's not really been. He's not got any preseason minutes. He's unlikely to have any. So I don't like the Isak pick at all yet. But yeah, what's your headline here, Dean? Declan Rice, talk to me.
Rice, I think is a good pick. I don't know that he's going to make my team for the start of the season yet.
I thought he might.
I think at the moment he is, but I don't know who else is going to come in at that price point that might offer more. Like, we've still got 3 weeks of the transfer window left, still got a couple of weeks until the season starts. But Rice, defensive contributions will be good, and he's going to be let off the leash more, and he'll be on more set pieces. So I do genuinely think Rice is going to be a good pick, and a lot of people, particularly casuals, won't realise that he's going to get more points this season. It says Isak is a placeholder, so that's kind of fine.
Placeholder for who? There isn't any 10.5s. Gyökeres and Watkins are 9, but maybe spread that money.
Yeah. Trafford I wouldn't have. Right.
Best team so far, 8. It is a good team. I'd take Isak out of the equation and I like it. Yeah. I don't know if I'd like Kudus in the 6.5s. There are good 5.5s this year. I'd probably save $1 million there.
But yeah, my main thing is I wouldn't have Trafford as my goalie, and defense is fine actually. Kudus, toss a coin with somebody else. Fraser is your 4.5. I mean, I have literally no idea whether that's a good pick or not. So yeah, I'm going to go 7.5.
Gianni, why do you have an Arsenal jersey in the background? I also have Chelsea. I just like shirts. And I was given the Arsenal one. It is signed by the entire team, so I kept it. Otherwise, I may not have done. How do you get your team? Guys, for those that want their team rated, what we'll do, if we see any channel members commenting on this video with their team, so just comment, not in the chat, but in the actual video comments, for those watching on Catch Up too, we will give it a full rating.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Obviously, it's priority to channel members. So if you want to be a member, you can click join somewhere on this video. I think you can sign up from like £1 or something if you want to get your team rated.
Yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, what was your rating for this team? Did you do one?
No, I'm going to go 6 just because Isak and Trafford.
Yeah.
And I know even our placeholders, but I need to know where that Isak money's going.
Who's Zoboslai?
So, is that Soboslai?
I hope so, because otherwise there's a player in the league I don't know about. But if it's Soboslai, which I'm guessing it must be. I just think that there's better picks. I just don't think Soboslai is going to be. There's so many Liverpool assets. I just don't think Soboslai is the one. But obviously, that's at the moment a guess. And until we get to the week before the actual season, we see the Community Shield and stuff. I'm not making any judgment on Liverpool because I want to see what they're like in competitive action.
If it's a 4-3-3 like last year, and let's assume Wirtz isn't out on the left or isn't the false 9, Wirtz plays in Soboslai's spot with McAllister and Gravenberch. There is a world in which he plays on the left in Gakpo's spot or in the 9 in whoever's spot, but it very easily could take Soboslai's place. Phantom Thief has become a member. I've no doubt, Phantom Thief, you'll be commenting with your team below and we will be rating it.
We will.
Malachy, love Malachy.
Yes, so Malachy has got Gvardiol, and someone had just said, why is everyone sleeping on Gvardiol? Well, Malachy's not the first one to include Gvardiol in his team. He hasn't got Van Dijk, despite having 2 6 million defenders and Munoz at 5.5. So he's gone pretty strong in defence here, especially as he's got Alisson Becker in goal as well, and Kelleher as backup. Like this is a strong defensive structure. Yet still finds space for Wirtz and Palmer, Gyökeres, Haaland as almost guaranteed points getters in the attacking positions, and then trying to make up for those defensive contributions with Xhaka and Caicedo, which I haven't seen too much of so far, going for two DMs.
I've gone with that. I've gone with Elliot Anderson and Xhaka, so similar.
Have you? Yeah.
And I really like this team. I don't know about the Leeds forward. I don't know if he's a starter. I don't know if that's just trying to get some minutes. If you can spend 5.5, you get a starter. You get Mayenda at Sunderland. And if you go to 6, you get Igor Thiago. And you can get 5.5 or 6 in that spot if you just take a little bit of money off your goalkeepers, Malachy. A 5.5 does not require a 4.5 next to him. Like that should be just a set and forget, and then 4 million bench fodder. Of course, if you're thinking of bench boosting, then maybe go 4.5 with 5 like that. You could do that with, say, a Sanchez or a Sells. But the rest of the team looks amazing. I really like this one. I'm going to go. This is an 8.5 for me.
Is it?
Yeah. I know there's no Salah, but
there's no Salah.
You've got to reward that bravery, I think. And he covered him with big guns like Haaland and Gyökeres. Differentials this season at times.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether this is brave or stupid from Malachy. Like, it's obviously this is the game. You've got to decide if you're going Salah and Haaland or if you're not, or which one you're going with, and where you then put that money and distribute it. And so when I'm rating this team, I'm trying to give him credit for the fact he hasn't got Salah, and has he sufficiently made up for it? And the way I judge that is that who are his 2 Liverpool assets that he's managed to get in by not having Salah? Yeah. And Wirtz and Alisson isn't the obvious 2 for me.
Yeah.
That's where I'd probably mark it down, because I fear that you're still... I'm not saying they're not going to get points, because they obviously are, but I don't think you're going to make up the Salah absence. And Liverpool are going to be, if not the best team, then the second best team in the league. And they're going to score so many goals. So I'm going to give it a 7 because of that. Wazza says it's Malachy, it's brave and stupid. Yeah, Wazza knows plenty about Malachy from the WhatsApp group. But I do like it, and I love the fact it's different. I just don't think... I think you're missing too much in the Liverpool attack.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm going to withdraw my 8.5. I'm going to go to a 7.5 from what you've said. I reward no Salah, but if you're going no Salah, how about Wirtz and Gakpo? Like, go, have a punt on Gakpo at 7.5. Why not? And obviously, the leads forward, go down to Guiu or up, and then the money in the goalkeepers. But it's a good team. I'm going to go 7.5. But there's a lot saying 8, and there's a few 9s as well.
Yeah, I mean, well, this could obviously change. Like, if Isak does end up joining Liverpool, then obviously we've all got another dilemma to come up with, because if they end up with a front 4 maybe even, of like Ekitike, Isak, Wirtz, Salah, like, I don't know where we start to go from there, knowing they've also got Cody Gakpo and stuff in reserve to back him up. But yeah, that's for another day.
How many we got left, Dean? We got a couple to get through. Have we done half? Done more than half, haven't we? Our producer will let us know, but we'll rattle through them. Topping up Dean's After Sun. I said we were late for the start of the stream, Dean, because you were doing your After Sun.
Not today.
Not true, is it?
No, it's not true today. I got sunburnt on Friday, though. We went to the beach. It's one of those days it's a little bit overcast, and you're like, oh, cool. It's really nice temperature, but the sun's not out. We all got burnt. Brilliant.
Mate, is that a San Diego top?
This is a San Diego FC shirt, mate. Yeah.
Love that. How's that going? You're a season ticket holder for those that don't know. Dean now lives in San Diego.
I am. It's going okay. We did let our top goal scorer leave, which isn't a good idea, because we barely scored a goal since. We just played 2 Leagues Cup games, which are going on out here. Won neither of those either, so we're out of that. So they've really, like, they're top of the conference. They're doing they've had a really good season, but like now you start to see our rivals are signing like Heung-min Son, Thomas Muller, and you're like, who are we signing? We've just let our only goals
forward go. Like, you've not been a club long enough to be selling players.
He was on loan. He was on loan from Nordjylland, who are our sister club, and he's from San Diego, so he came and played for us. He scored 14 goals in 10 games or something. And the loan ended, and he's actually joining Philadelphia Union instead of us.
Oh. Yeah.
Bad times.
Oh, he won't enjoy Philadelphia, though, if he's been living in San Diego. That's not the same.
Anyway,
Truffert, by the way, the new Bournemouth left back.
Truffert's not been in a team yet until this one.
Really good.
Yes, told you.
Really good.
Jack Collins on Ranks FC said to me, watch out for this guy. He will get points. And Casey is the first one, I think, to include him in his team.
The problem I have with Truffert, as good as he'll be, is he going to be better than a centre-back at 4.5? Like Senesi is going to mop up in the DEFCON. So is he going to get enough assists to make him worth it? Because he ain't going to get defensive contribution points. And that's the problem with fullbacks. And here, Casey hasn't necessarily adapted her style of play to pick up DEFCON points. So she's gone for All
It's a he,
fullbacks.
mate. It's a he.
Sorry, Casey's a he. All fullbacks and Heaven. And I think it needs a couple of centre backs. By the way, Williams is much better than Aina for the same price in terms of DEFCON and every metric.
Yeah.
But the rest of the team looks really good. It's Salah and Palmer. Welbeck's a good pick. I think he'll take pens. Verbruggen and Trafford. Yeah, if Trafford becomes a number one, but I don't think he will this year. I think Trafford's too risky.
He's going at the best he's going to be rotating, and you don't want to rotate in Man City. Like,
it's not worth it.
We really don't know what's going on with that position at the moment.
A 7.5.
Okay. My instinct is I like. Let me see how many players I like. I like Verbruggen. I like Cucurella. Not sure about Aina at the moment. Udogie, Truffert, Salah, Palmer. Don't like Gibbs White. Don't like Kudus. Don't like Ramsey. Oh, I don't like some of this. I'm going to have to go 7, Casey. I don't know about this Gibbs White thing, man. This is the first team again that I've seen with it. I like the fact that Casey's gone different here, by the way. I am in admiration of some of the picks that are unfashionable as such. But 7.5 Gibbs White is either brilliant or terrible. So I can't commit to that being good.
Yeah, it's a lot of money for Gibbs White when you get Anderson for 5.5. I bet Anderson and Gibbs White finish the season on similar points because of DEFCON.
That's the thing. Like, say,
sorry to keep going on about it, guys, but it's going to change the way we play FPL, and we need to adapt to it.
So imagine, you get that, and you get Palhinha coming at 6, and you could swap over those two, that Spurs and that Forest asset for that, and then it opens up money to go for a better player than Ramsey or Welbeck or whatever.
Yeah, you have a little bit more money to boost them. Yeah, I think Gyökeres is a good pick for game week 2, and he'll probably be Casey's captain game week 2. If you've got Gyökeres for Leeds game week 2, I like that. So no, fair play. We've got to rate my team from Yusuf. We'll do that at the end of the show.
We are going to do that. Yeah, he's just got a queue jump by paying for that. We did say we'd only do new ones in the comments after the show, but Yusuf has just paid for a queue jump basically. So Yusuf, we will get around to your show. If we seem like we're forgetting, just give us a shout and make sure that we do remember in like 8 minutes time.
We've got minutes left, so we're going to rattle through the last 2 or 3 or how many we got.
Yeah.
I don't know how many we have got.
We've got about 7 minutes. 8 minutes. Right, Nathan's team. Let's have a look. Wow, 2 decent goalkeepers that can be rotated as you like. I like the back 5. I like the middle 5. I really like this
Rangers
team.
And Adingra, good.
I really like this team, mate. I really like this team.
But
Isak obviously didn't have to be Isak, and you've got money to spare. Doing that, he can drop down to a 9 mil.
Yeah.
Oh, this might be my favourite so far.
And Frimpong's going to do. Everyone's put off of Frimpong because they're worried about rotation. He's going to be amazing. Frimpong's going to be good.
Obviously, no Haaland, which I don't personally like because I want Haaland in my team, but I can't criticise too much for that.
No Palmer, but they don't need Palmer. He's not a must-have. This is a really good structure. It's a good team. They're rotating 4.5s in goal. A deep enough squad to bench boost. This is a great team. This is an 8.5.
That's where I was going to go. 8.5. I do feel a lot of us are sleeping on Man City assets generally. By the way, I have to say, like I think we just don't know where to go yet. I think we aren't seeing them.
Haaland, people don't even pick,
and we aren't watching them play pre-season and stuff. So there's nothing to really judge them on at the moment. So that's difficult. And Rangers is good to just have in there as a City asset, but people are guessing on Vardiel or Aït-Nouri or whatever. I
could see myself taking a punt on Rangers, I think he's going to be a nailed first choice, but I'm just not 100% sure of that.
Yeah, I think that's but that's a good team. Nice one, Nathan.
Next one. That was a 9 and a 6. So, yeah, people are split. It's so subjective, this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's roll it on. We have got a surprise. I'm not sure when that one is coming up, but here it is, actually. It's my 7-year-old son's team. Dylan has given it a crack. He wanted to play FPL again this season because he was really disappointed that he didn't play it in the end last season. So this is his team, and I genuinely have not helped him with this. This was his pick. There might be some bias in here towards him supporting Fulham.
How old's Dylan?
7.
How has a 7-year-old put together a better team than you, Dean?
It's not bad, is it? It's not bad.
It's a good team, full of differentials.
Yeah, so the only thing I did have to tell him, he had Son in his team, And I said, okay, you need to take Son out because he's leaving. So I just talked to him about that. So then he basically brought Palmer in. I'm surprised he didn't go Salah because Salah is one of his favourite players in the world. So that did surprise me.
He was priced out, wasn't he? He got to the end and went, damn, I'm going to have to pick Zuba
Well, he got
Mendy.
to the end and he was like, it says I've got a red with minus 4.5.
Put Zuba Mendy in.
Yeah, then we had to talk about budgeting and he realised that I don't budget in real life. And that's why I'm always complaining. Watson says 10 out of 10, Dylan. Well done. 7 for a 7-year-old, says Freddy. Yeah. What do you reckon, Gianni? Let's get your expert view because Dylan's definitely going to be watching this and waiting for you to run your eye as an FPL expert over his team so far and what you think he should do.
I really like the fact he's got some players we've not seen today. Like, we've not seen Bowen in a draft. Great pick. We've not seen Mbermo in a draft. I think Mbermo is going to be amazing. Like, good options here. Robinson, like, he was the defender to buy last year, which no one reacted to. He's coming at 5. There's a world in which Robinson could come in at 5.5. So, yeah, there's loads of good picks here. I genuinely think this is a really solid team. I'm going to give this a 9.
A 9! Dylan's got a great rating there. I'm not going to rate it because it's not fair because I'm his dad and I would give it a 10. But yeah, thanks everyone for giving Dylan his ratings there. Dylan is a legend just for having Mbumo, says Cam. I appreciate that. Very good indeed. Right, where was that other one from Yusuf?
Oh yeah, good one.
We did have to come back to that one. Yusuf did send in his super chat. So can you rate my team?
Ooh.
Sanchez, Cucurella, Van der Ven.
No Salah. No Salah, but Haaland.
I like the way he's written it out. At least he's written it with his starting 11 and his subs. That's easier for us to take on board for something like this.
Yeah, I like the Senesi pick. Dubravka could be a 4 million goalkeeper, by the way. If Dubravka gets his move to Burnley, which has been talked about today, Dubravka will be the only 4 million playing goalkeeper in the game.
Like it.
It's going to be
Bruno,
in
everyone's team. Is he the first one to put Bruno in?
Yes.
I think he is. First
9 million's a lot, though, isn't it, for Bruno?
9 million's a lot, but like you watch pre-season and United's goals are penalties and Bruno's getting them. So,
and if he plays in the 10 where he started last night, he's
obviously going to play a bit of both, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like he's going to be playing a bit of both. He's either going to be in one of those advanced positions or he's going to play every game. We just don't know if he's going to be in every 8 or a 10. Yeah. And he's going to be on pens and probably steal half the free kicks when Cunha's not trying to get on them or whatever. So he's still got that authority in the team. I do like that. Obviously, yeah, no Salah, which I don't like, and I don't think Wirtz makes up for it. But I think it's a solid 8, maybe more.
Yeah. Minter's a great pick at 6 million as well. Minter's proper cheap for what you get. You're going to get good output from Minter. So this is a good team. And Sanchez, Dubravka will probably be my 2 goalkeepers. Yeah, it looks great. Well played, Yusuf. Phantom Thief, we will rate yours below. So drop that in a comment and we will rate it because I can see you're a channel member, but we can't do it live because we're out of time, guys. We have got loads planned for the week. I cannot stress this enough. We have some awesome videos coming out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll be back live on Friday. So come back. Phantom Chief, the moment you're putting it in the chat, if you drop a comment as soon as we go, you'll see comments are different to chat. Yeah. And then it will live on the page and we can then rate it.
We can get to it in a bit, yeah.
But yeah, on your way out, hit the buttons, likes, subscribe. So welcome. Thank you to all our channel members. Thank you to our mods. Sammy is in the house tonight. I think we had a couple of other mods around as well. We had Off-Core as well. You lot have been awesome. And as always, Dean, thank you to you.
Thank you very much, mate. And thank you to all you legends for all of your teams. We will be back very soon. So keep your eye out on the channel. Cheers, everyone.